I've got a top 5 list before we go to the draft.
Let's go.
In Green Bay. Top 5 potential steals in the NFL draft presented by Spectrum.
High five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Rich's top 5.
All right, here we go, everybody. I'm going deep to start here, okay? I saw him at the Combine. I saw him, and he kind of stood out to me. Because you know who stands out at you? A 6'3", 214-pound wideout who could play the slot at 6'3", who runs a 4.4 340. And also what stood out was all of his family and friends in T-shirts with the Teslaa logo on it because his last name is Teslaa. Isaac Teslaa, wide receiver out of Arkansas. I mean, you want to talk about a deep draft at wide receiver?
Yep.
6'3", 214, 4.43. You know, everyone's looking for that slot guy who's a difference maker, okay, right? You're normally thinking Ladidi McConkey, but Ladidi ain't 6'3". And, you know, he had only 28 catches for 546 yards in Arkansas, but he's got a name that kind of sticks out, too. I'm just throwing that name out there for you.
He should get bumped up around just on hair alone.
He could be really good.
Elite
Could be
hair.
one of those steals at the end of a draft or middle of the draft or wherever he goes. He could go Friday night too, by the way. We'll see how everybody else ranks him. Number 4 in this list. To show you, listen, I'm fair and balanced. You covet what you see. And what I saw from this kid was me being quite fearful for my Michigan quarterbacks. On various Novembers. JT Tuimoloau of Ohio State is a grown-ass man. And he's got a second-round grade on him. I don't get it. Listen, I'm not an all-22 guy. I'm just not. I'm not a tape head. He's a game wrecker. He's really good. And in the world of edge rushers, you can get someone on a Friday night with his talent. Do you know what? And plus, what did he do in the college football playoffs? If we're going to upgrade Will Howard for this sort of stuff,
right?
Tuimoloau, 6.5 sacks in the 4 college football playoff games.
Is that good?
Against the top competition, under the biggest pressure. I like him. I think he's a steal. Number 3, this is not going to surprise people. We've been talking about him. This guy had me at hello. Cam Skattebo of Arizona State. 526 touches in his last 2 seasons at Arizona State. 338 touches last season. 20 plays of 20 or more yards. And, by the way, 3 touchdown passes. He is a dynamo and a big play machine.
Yeah, football player.
Where's he going to go? Dude, if he winds up in Denver, he reeks of Sean Payton, Denver Broncos.
They're a running back spot, so.
Could you imagine Bo Nix and Cam Skattebo? Or Skattebo. But you know what I mean? Will they call him Skattebo?
Maybe marketing department is just getting ideas.
Bo and Skattebo? Okay. No, it's Skattebo. Well, it doesn't really.
Whatever.
Let's go, Bobo.
Boo Nix.
They're not saying. Well, let's not do that either.
I don't know.
He's great. Number 2, I'm going to choose a quarterback here. I was going to choose your guy McCord because I really liked him a lot.
He was great.
But this is the guy that I'm hearing has the biggest ceiling. That one individual in particular who I respect calls him a lottery ticket. If the numbers hit, look out. And it's Jalen Milroe. He is a potential steal in this draft.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know, right? I don't know. Trust me, I don't know. We're all darts at a board here, man. Jackson darting at a board. If he hits, you got yourself a massive upside quarterback. Massive. So, I mean, I know that there's a floor, there's a ceiling. We talk about it with a lot of players. This guy's ceiling could be the highest out of anyone in the draft. You get him on a Friday night. Plus, we got to meet him, too. He had us at hello when he zoomed in, right, to the program?
Sure did.
So we'll see. He could go on Thursday night. We'll find out if he's a steal.
I think he goes in the first round.
You do think so, huh? Number 1, I'm going to take, again, he's a top 10 pick, so how could he be a steal? Because Mayock, who's about to join us, has a higher grade on him than Abdul Carter. And I see some teams maybe even being able to get him in the middle of the first round, and that's Jalon Walker at Georgia. I mean, if he's better than Abdul Carter, and you can get him middle of the first round, late in the 10s. I don't know. It's like if he could be as good as Abdul Carter, and you get him 5 if you're Jacksonville, or you get him 8 if you're Carolina. I don't know, man.
Man, imagine him on San Francisco with Nick Bosa. Yeah.
It's entirely. I mean, so if he turns out to be the best edge rusher and he's not the number 1 overall pick, or even in the top 5, and you get him, that's a steal.
Yeah,
that is a steal.
Agreed.
Go ahead and do it.
Think we need one more?
Sure, why not?
All right, we'll get one more.
And this is another guy who, if he drops, this is a steal. If he falls to the middle of the first round, and every mock that I'm seeing puts him there, guys, when we were winning the national championship at the University of Michigan.
Oh, jeez.
That was a factor. Will Johnson was top 5. We were talking about him as a top 5 pick in the NFL draft.
Yep.
Flat out. Like, I think if he left after the national championship and didn't stick around another year, I think he'd have been a top 5 pick.
For sure.
And so I'm seeing like 15, 12, 13, 14, 15, even maybe deeper than that.
And he was banged up last year, right?
He was, or he was banged up, but I think he also read the writing on the wall and like, why am I going to rehab the entire, spring for a team that I if I was his parent or advocate, I would have told him to start sitting games out too. I don't blame him at all.
Yeah.
But he's like, this is a guy that Charles Woodson lionizes and praises. You can get him in the middle of the first round. That's a draft steal for sure. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.